News with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio is being hailed for his part in rescuing a man from drowning while he was on a vacation in the Caribbean, is it Caribbean, Mrs.
Yeah.
Thank you, last month. A source confirmed to DailyMail.com that the 45-year-old Leonardo was on board a boat off the island of St. Bart's for the New Year's and successfully located a man that had been swimming and treading water for 11 hours in the water. DiCaprio's crew pulled him to safety. So the dramatic rescue occurred right around New Year's. When the captain of DiCaprio's boat was on board, he heard this 24-year-old French guy had fallen from a cruise ship. The actor immediately agreed that the boat should be diverted to aid in the search looking for this dude. They said it was a 1 billion to 1 shot they would ever find this guy in the water, but they did. And they pulled him out of the water just before nightfall. He had been treading shark-infested water.
11 hours.
11 hours. A giant rainstorm was about to
Isn't that
rolling
everyone's
in.
greatest fear?
Yes.
Is falling off the back of a cruise ship and
Yes.
just seeing it go off.
In the last 4 years, yes. I've developed that fear.
You've got to be two things to fall off a cruise ship. You got to be drunk and tall. Like
No.
you can't
Yeah.
just be drunk.
No
How
short
did Ray
Sorry,
stay on
Howard.
the boat?
Yeah, I don't know, but God. So DiCaprio
Terrifying.
pulls him up.
Well, of course, he's getting all
Yeah, I
the
was going to
credit.
say,
but
it says captain.
He, you know, basically, like he commissioned this boat, and the captain said,
Jesus.
"Hey, dude, you okay with us going to look for this guy in the really choppy water, and we have almost no chance of finding him?" Leonardo said, "Let's do it."
Oh, wow.
And they
News
did it.
broke just as the Oscar voting was closing.
Isn't that good?
What a surprise.
I wonder if the guy... Was the guy French?
French, yeah.
But he probably knew DiCaprio of him.
I would
mean, he
think
had to have a
so.
surreal...
He'd probably think he was
Oh,
dead.
I thought he was down
dead.
the side.
Leonardo pulling him
died.
onto-
That's it.
Yeah, that's... what movie was he in that this would have been...
Titanic?
It could have been Titanic mixed with Dipper.
Departed? What is it?
No, God damn it. What's the one that was sort of Matrixy?
Oh, Inception.
Oh, Inception.
It's like Inception.
Where's my
meets
soda?
Titanic.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you-
you haven't
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
it. I know, but I knew it was
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
It would be a weird. This guy
Yeah.
must.
Yes,
but
yes,
you
yes.
tread water for in cold water for 11 hours. Your mind is going to start to
Wander.
And when you see DiCaprio's face, you got to be
Light
freaked out a
shining.
little bit.
Yeah, that's right. So he is alive. Well, I don't know if you've talked to Mark Garrigus about this, but I certainly hope you will. Fox News reports that an Illinois judge granted 2 new sweeping search warrants ordering Google to turn over a year's worth of data from Jussie Smollett and his manager as a special prosecutor probes
Google.
whether or not the Empire actor staged the racist and homophobic hit on himself. The warrants filed last month in Cook County Circuit Court will give investigators, this is a long list, access to he and his managers'
Gmail.
texts, emails, photos, location data, drafted and deleted messages, any
Wow.
files in their Google Drive, cloud storage, Google Voice text, calls and contacts, browsing history dated between November 2018 and November 2019.
I've never been involved with this activity,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure if you had this much access to my past electronically, you would find a racially based hoax on there somewhere.
any number
there's
of crimes.
There's just too much.
Right.
There's too much.
Yeah, you can't remember everything.
You're going to
he
ask
said.
Garagos yourself in a 14 minutes. He's
Oh, sweet.
He'll come through that door talking on the phone.
Oh, I'm sure he'll put a stop to this. I don't imagine this going through. So state's attorney Kim Fox's office charged Smollett in February of last year with 16 counts of disorderly conduct for allegedly orchestrating this incident. However, remember, she dropped all the charges a month later with very little explanation.
Yeah.
So Mark knows what he's doing.
The more you learn about society, you realize stuff has been going on the entire time. We're just getting a look at it
Right.
now. It turns out everyone has been doing everything
Oh, my
all
God.
the time.
Did you get a look at Frank Sinatra's communications from back in the day?
Yeah, it's all
Personal files?
all the politicians, all the celebrities, everything's been going on. We're now all shocked and surprised.
Right.
We're just getting a look at
Right,
it.
'cause
Everyone's
there's
coming
access.
forward, and all the victims are coming forward, and all the records are coming
Right.
forward, and everything. But it's just what has been for the last forever.
Yeah.
And now we get to see it all.
Right.
And it's spreading out everywhere. And I guess there was a time when like a DA or celebrity or whomever is going to just drop the case. Like I'm friends with the guy, or I know the
Yeah.
guy, or get him on a cronyism or whatever. And it was done. Now we all see
Well, remember,
what has been happening.
Remember when they tried to do that with Weinstein and what's his name? And now
Matt
it's
Lauer?
Yeah, Matt Lauer. Now that's the trial of the century because they tried to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, this has always been going on, and we're just sort of blissfully, and I unaware, but I mean blissfully, like I was happier when
Speaking of monsters and speaking of being unaware, I'm wondering, Howard, when you directed your Full House episodes, did you know you were with a monster in Lori Loughlin, and did you see any signs of the criminal that was lurking amongst?
Beneath?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You were blind like the rest of us.
I hope there's a co-ed prison and her and Jussie end up in like the same mess hall, because I just want to hear that story. Like, first off, these are self-inflicted wounds.
And how?
I get the tax evasion part of life. You're trying to save a couple of bucks. This is you doing things to you.
No. Literally,
yes.
beating yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if
allegedly,
if you received a text about a military draft purporting to be from the U.S. Army, it's a hoax. Apparently, this is going around. One message reads, "quote We tried contacting you through your email several times and have had no response." They said it's been marked eligible. You're marked eligible for the draft, and you're told to go to the nearest Army office for immediate departure to Iran. The fake messages
That's how it works.
turned up around the country this week as the conflict between U.S. and Iran heated up. After it received several calls and emails about the rogue text, the U.S. Army released a fraud alert identifying the messages as phony, and somebody will look into it. So, I mean, go or don't go, but they're not sending you.
I again, I was sort of kidding about this with the note from the doctor about having the lactose intolerant or needing a service pet or
Bone
something
spurs.
like that. But I don't know. I feel like in today's society, especially if you have a couple of bucks, like back in the day, you'd go to college or you'd go to Canada. Feel like, I know Mark Garrigus. If they drafted Sonny in 5 years, I'd just go to him, "Hey, man, what are you going to do?" And he'd come up with something where he didn't have to go. Like, isn't that kind of where we're at?
That's white privilege.
Is that what they call
That's
that?
the very definition.
Yeah, ask the
But Garrigus
president.
is Armenian.
It's true, but he's getting your son out.
That's right.
Yeah, Mr. Bone Spurs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
President Bone Spurs.
Yeah,
I'm joking about the white privilege. It's rich privilege.
It's rich
Any
privilege.
person
Thank
with money, you can get it done.
right.
Right. Well, Tom's Diner in Denver, Colorado. Does that sound familiar? Did we eat there when we were there? They have recently gained some attention online after a
That's
customer.
a Beastie Boys album, right?
No, that's
Close.
That's Paul's Boutique, Tom's Diner.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Come on, bro.
Suzanne Vega.
I love Suzanne Vega.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I like the song. I like Luca.
Oh, that's a
love
sad
Luca.
That was
story.
fun.
Luca's a humorous romp.
Yes.
So anyway, they're gaining some notoriety because you get charged for asking a stupid question, according to the New York Post. That's the receipt. The tab reads: one side of mashed potatoes, $2.99. One chicken tender basket, $9. Finally, one stupid question, 38 cents. But really, the 38 cents should not come as a big surprise to the customer. The restaurant lists its price for a stupid question under the sides on the menu. And according to some diners, asking what constitutes a stupid question is a finable
in fact, a
offense.
stupid question.
The person who shared the photo did not disclose what they asked. However, it seems Tom's Diner will soon be getting a rebrand, and the owner, Tom Messina, may be retiring. But on the plus side, this means customers may soon be able to ask their questions for free. But that's a fun little gimmick.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I told you there was that hot dog place called Law Dog by
Right.
the Van Nuys Courthouse. I got to give out law advice.
But they served a purpose.
Yeah. I just like stupid stuff like that.
I love that they're listing the sides, and stupid questions is the second to last
Yeah.
item.
Right. 38
Which will
cents.
elicit a lot of questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's the opposite of Walmart. You know what I mean? That's why I like this stuff. Like it's mom and pop.
That's personal.
You never
exactly.
work on any kind of corporate whatever.
Right. Well, a Harley-Davidson golf cart owned by Elvis Presley failed to sell during an auction held on his birthday, January 8th, according to Fox News. So Elvis didn't hit the links in this little golf cart. This is what he used to get around 14 acres of Graceland. Yeah.
Failed to sell or didn't meet the reserve?
I will tell you.
I'd pay $500 for that.
Oh, you're nowhere even close to the reserve. According to its documentation, he paid around $1,000 for it. It's a beige and white cart, which is powered by a 245cc two-stroke engine that currently doesn't run, and the vehicle remains all original except they took the golf bag off. The auction estimated it would sell for between $60,000 and $70,000, but no one placed the minimum of $20,000 in the
I like
reserve.
the when they used to do the car thing. It was like used only on Sunday by little old grandma
Right.
just to go to church or back. Used by Elvis Presley, just to go from the kitchen to the bathroom and then back from the bathroom, then into the kitchen again. That's all the mileage
Gently
this Cushman has.
But you notice that they don't say used cars anymore.
No, it's previously owned.
Pre-owned.
Previously owned.
That's right.
The big question coming up is this weekend is the actual Bullitt Mustang from the McQueen drove.
It was unearthed or something,
Bullitt,
right?
yeah, and it's going across the blocks at Mecum in Florida. And I'm putting in my guess of $6.6 million.
Very specific.
I have no idea what this car. They have it around. It was insured to like 4. That was kind of a thought, but it could be anything. It was a mysterious car. It's one of one. It's been out of. No one knew where it was since the movie came out,
Right.
basically. Now Ford has brought back the Bullitt Mustang and all that kind of stuff.
Was this the one in the barn? You found it in a barn?
Yeah, it was in a guy's sort of garage barn, whatever. They're all sort of that. But now the son is selling it. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? I don't have your guess is as good as mine in this world almost because there's no comps and there's really nothing to do on this
There's
car.
so much lore and there's so much, mythology around the car. I'll go higher. I'll say 7.7.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we talk about how this car really is not roadworthy at this point? This is
It'll
just something to
drive.
park.
It'll drive, but it's not what would you do with it.
All right,
You could drive it.
I'll go lower then. I'll say 4.8.
4.8.
Yeah.
Howard, any thoughts about the Bullitt Mustang?
Did you know Steve McQueen?
No.
Okay.
I'd say 5,100.
5,100.
So I'll
Balls.
take it.
I'm going the over on that. All right. One more.
All right. You know what? We have a director here, and Brian likes movies. I've been sitting on this fun one.
Oh, you have predictions from Mecum Press?
Oh.
They have a number?
Yeah, Mecum's founder and president Dana Mecum estimates that it will sell for at least $3 million, and McKeel Haggerty, the insurer's chief executive, predicts something closer to $4 million.
All right.
Well, they're going too high.
Probably right.
Well, we'll see.
I think I got
You
it.
never know.
All right. Well, in a recent update on a list of movies with the most F-bombs,
Oh, yeah.
do you know?
I do.
The Adam Sandler film Uncut Gems now stands
there.
at 7th of all time with 408, or that's basically 3 a minute. And by the way, that's the first 2 on the list are docs, so I cut those out. So currently the film is just behind Martin Scorsese's 1990 film.
Well, Goodfellas is
Nope.
up there.
Oh, Casino?
Yep.
Oh, Casino,
With
sorry.
422 F-bombs.
Let
Listen,
me
wait,
ask
hold
an
on.
F-bomb.
Casino's a 1994 film.
Yeah, it seemed 90 sounds
This is
early.
90.
That's
Well,
dead wrong.
All right, let's figure this one
I
out.
love that movie.
Does rap music with F-bombs
95.
in it count as...
Good
Because I
question.
feel like that's going
Oh.
to put you... That's going to inflate your F-bomb count
Good
if
question.
you're walking down the street in New York and you're hearing the
Or in-
rap music.
Straight
or
Or
whatever.
out
in
of Compton.
you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Straight out of Compton.
That did make the top 10 at number 8. So I'll just give you from
Wolf
there
of Wall
on
Street's
up.
up there, right?
Brian, please.
Oh, sorry.
So number 8, and again, I'm going to number 3 because the first 2 are docs. Number 8, Straight Outta Compton. Number 7, Uncut Gems. Number 6, Casino. It says 1995 down
There
here.
you go.
Number 5, Nil by Mouth.
Oh, no.
Not familiar. Number 4, which I don't recall, but I guess I wasn't listening. Summer of Sam.
Oh, that's a lot of cursing in that
And
movie.
number 3, which is essentially number 1, Wolf of Wall Street.
Wow. And no snakes on a plane.
I think one of the first 2 documentaries is called Fuck, a documentary.
Yes, it
it's
is.
about the F word.
It is.
Oh.
And like it's use and blah, blah, blah. It's actually a really good documentary. So look it up.
You know what I'm shocked isn't on here? Because I remember it being famous for it. Harlem Nights. Remember with
Yeah.
Richard Pryor?
Is Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, Della Reese.
Nil by Mouth is a film directed by Gary Oldman.
Huh.
Not known for directing many films.
Are you familiar? I've never heard of that movie.
No.
Huh. Nil by Mouth.
All right, let's do one more.
All right. Well, here we go. News reports that a Brazilian judge has ordered Netflix to remove a film depicting Jesus Christ with a boyfriend. A comedy called The First Temptation of Christ was released as a Christmas special, caused such fury among Brazil's conservative Christians that 2 million people signed a petition to remove it, while a group lobbed firebombs at the office of the film's creator on Christmas Eve.
I'd like to have a condescending talk with Brazil. Like, really conservative Christians? Because
And how?
all I see is parades with chicks shaking their tan
You're known for
bulbous asses.
your butt lifts.
And
Yeah,
if
you're
you get
known
too
for it.
far off the parade route, you'll get shot by somebody once your fucking wallet. I was told to bring an extra wallet, a fake one. So just let's talk about
burner.
your religious leanings
Right.
here just for a
How
second.
conservative are you?
How does that manifest itself? And if I was to give you a choice between being shot on a side street and having your wallet taken, or seeing a movie that portrayed
like
Jesus as
a satire.
bisexual, what would you rather have? I'm just saying, reel it in
minute.
a little, Rio.
Well, remember, this is so Eduardo Bolsonaro. He's the son of the president, Jair Bolsonaro. He said the film was a garbage movie, and he's on a tweet tirade about it. But if that name sounds familiar, the president is the one who said that he'd rather have a dead son than a gay one. So I think they have feelings
President
about it.
Kevin Hart. What? Don't they learn? I mean, I always think about Garagos, because Garagos always goes ballistic when you bring up, like, the Kathy Griffin's going to do a press conference and she's going to start crying and screaming, "There's a target on my back," and then it gets worse. Just shut up. Just shut up.
It'll go away.
Don't say anything. It'll go away. We've never heard of it. Then you put it on the radar.
never
You
heard of
do
this
official
movie.
tweets. It's probably what they want you to do.
Yeah.
They probably sent you a screener or something. I mean, why does everyone always play in? Like, just leave it be. Everyone
right.
leave everything be.
Yeah.
It's the best thing that happened to this obscure movie is that the president of Brazil or whoever, rails again, bans it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
I want to
talking.
see it.
Right.
That's
All
right.
right. Let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news. Jesus Christ with a boyfriend.
That was the news with Gina Grad.